Hello, friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. With me is Sam West, and it's another Warlock Wednesday. Today we are covering the Eldritch Invocation, Book of Ancient Secrets.
Then your eyes melt out of your face. Um, this is a cool one. This is a Pack of the Tome invocation that has a lot of secret text that you don't get to see because it requires knowing what all the ritual spells are. So the prerequisite for it is you need to have the Pack of the Tome, and the Pack of the Tome gives you a bunch of cantrips. And then this says you now can inscribe magical rituals into your Book of Shadows, which is the book that gives you all the cantrips. Choose two first level spells that have the ritual tag from any spell or class's spell lists. These do not need to be from the same list. It even like specifies that. The spells appear in your book and don't count against the number of spells you know. That's huge. With your Book of Shadows in hand, you can cast them as rituals. You can't cast them without you can't cast them not as rituals unless you've learned them by some other means. You can also cast a warlock spell you know with the ritual tag as if it has the ritual tag as a ritual. So if you have a spell like detect magic or something you got as a warlock and you want to use a ritual spell on it, or a ritual casting with it, you can now do that. Ritual casting,
All right,
notably, is you spend 10 more minutes to cast it, then it's regular cast time, and then it happens for free with no spell slots consumed.
but can't you do that anyway?
No. Warlocks are
No.
not ritual casters. So there's a
Ah,
feature
right,
in
right,
spell
okay.
casting that is lets druids, clerics, wizards, bards, I'm pretty sure bards are ritual casters, get ritual casting, which lets them use the ritual tag for its fullest. In the next edition, that's apparently being thrown out. Thank God. Thank God everyone just gets ritual casting. It's part of spell casting now. But it's in the playtest, so it may change. For now, though, this is how warlocks get access to it. Additionally, we're not even done there because it does have more text. It says on adventures, you can add other ritual spells to your spellbook, to your book of shadows. I'm sorry. Whenever you find such a spell, you can add to the book at the spell level equal to or less than half your warlock level rounded up. And if you can spare the time to transcribe the spell, it costs money, 2 hours and 50 gold per inks to do so. So basically, you can get a spell book and you can add ritual spells to it, which is
And that's
quality.
from any class.
Any class, any ritual spells in the game go in this book. Also, doesn't specify they have to be of a specific level. You can get sixth level. I don't know if there are any. You can get I think there's one fifth level ritual spell. You can get it. You can put it in the book. Most ritual spells don't get to be high level because high level rituals would be really. It's hard to make balance them because you can cast them for free, and it takes normally around the 10 minutes to do so. So normally they're like gates on like specific powers, like augury effects tend to be the like better augury effects tend to be the higher level rituals because they're like this is not really shouldn't cost you a spell anyway. It's sort of a way you can now interface with the world you couldn't before. It's all kind of moot. What's really important is the book of shadows gives you two free ritual spells when you take it. Name any ritual spells you want. There are a laundry list of good ritual spells. Top three easily for me: detect magic, identify, and the best. Find familiar. Find familiar is so good. Find familiar is such a good ritual spell. You don't even ever end up actually ritual casting it. You cast it once over a part of a long rest as you're like you some other ritual thing. You then just have this pet that just runs around and does shit with you that you can put into pocket dimension. You can resummon as whenever you'd like, as long as it doesn't die. You keep it safe. You got this huge extra expansion that is normally takes an entire pact boon. The Pact of the Chain gives you a familiar. Now, granted, the chain familiars are better. They're imps and stuff. They have invisibility and whatnot. But for the most part, you're getting the bulk of the effectiveness of a familiar with Book of Ancient Secrets through Pact of the Tome and another ritual spell of your choice, which can include Speak with Animals, which is a notable another warlock invocation. Beast Speech lets you cast Speak with Animals at will. This gives you a similar way to do that, where now you can, as opposed to casting just an at will beast speech, speak with animals, you can use a ritual spell to cast it. If you're looking for Eldritch Mind, you get or it's either Eldritch Mind or Eldritch Sight. It's Eldritch Sight. If you wanted to take that to get Detect Magic at will, put it in the spell book instead. Now you have Detect Magic at will as a ritual spell in your spell book, right, or in your Book of Shadows, ready to be ritual cast whenever you want. It's an exceptional invocation. Access to any two rituals in the game is really, really good. And we'll take warlocks that will often feel like they're missing elements of power, like they're having a little bit less real oomph. They've got a little bit less magic than the rest of the full casters in the party. It gives you a lot of extra juice. It gives you a lot of extra flexibility. I readily take this on any warlock that's a tome lock I'm playing. Any warlocks that I see take Pact of the Tome almost always have this. And normally it's probably Detect Magic Identify, and I always, but you could take Find Familiar, and they go, I can take Find Familiar, and that goes right in the book. It's really excellent. If you're in like a classic D&D setting where you can go to shops that have wizard spells and buy them and stuff, it's bonkers good. It's just like it's almost like multi-classing wizard levels of good. It is an exceptional invocation.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm excited about it because it's one of these things. Yeah, a lot of these invocations, yeah, they got one little effect or one little niche kind of thing that I don't know if I'm gonna get my full mileage out of that. But this one is like a gift that keeps on giving because you can keep adding to it.
Mhm.
Anytime you come across another ritual spell, that's going to my book of
Yeah,
shadows.
this isn't just an ability. This isn't future access to every ritual spell ever
Mm.
printed. This is if you can find it, if your DM can offer it to you, you can get it. And that's really cool. This will open up moments to do cool long quests to go get specific ritual spells. This is going to open up means and ways to do a lot of the powerful, cool stuff you want to as a warlock. Maybe you really want gentle repose for some reason. I don't know why you would, but you could get it this way, and that's pretty cool. I don't know why you'd want a lot of the specific spells that exist in this game, but there are. If they're a ritual spell, if you want it, this is a way you can conceivably get it. That's sweet.
Yeah, that's. I mean, do you ever take Pact of the Tome and not get this? No.
It's one of the reasons you take Pact of the Tome. Like
Yeah.
Pact of the Tome on its own, just the cantrips is fine. Cantrips get outclassed very fast. Once you get like sixth, seventh, eighth level, you're like, wow, these cantrips are not doing nearly enough for me to feel like I'm keeping up. Book gives you that. By that I mean, yeah, Book of Ancient Secrets. It will make you feel like, oh no, I do get new cool toys to play with. I am keeping up magically. I am the identifier. I'm the comprehend language guy. I have the robust kit that lets me do the thing. That lets me be the magical translator. It's even the kind of thing I really like this because let's say you have been messing around with beast speech for a while and you've enjoyed the flavor of it, but you don't want your character to lose that, but at the same time you recognize it's not that powerful. You're like, I mean, you do like to take magic. I like it a lot in the early game. As granted, the upper tiers, I don't love that it's taking up on my invocation stuff. There's some better higher level invocations to take. This can be a catch blanket where you can say, okay, great, I'll hold on to this invocation until I can get it outside and put it in the book. And then once it's in the book, you swap it out for a new invocation. You swap out your beast speech, you swap out your Eldritch sight, or Eldritch sight, not mind. Eldritch mind is the concentration breaker one. Eldritch sight is the detect magic one. You
Mm.
swap that out nice and easily, and you can keep the same effects. Your character can just progress to get them in a different way, so you're not really feeling like you're losing anything ever, and you feel like you're opening your evocation pool as you go to be like, okay, I had the detect magic at will, I liked it a lot, I have detect magic still, I just needed to go to a shop and buy it real quick, and now I can use the upper tier, fifth level invocations, I can use the seventh level invocations, I can get chains of Garcia and the high, or not chains, that's a chain invocation, but you can get other upper tier invocations down the road that will make you feel like, oh yeah, this was a great swapperoo. I haven't lost anything. I'm still doing what my character was supposed to do, but I'm doing it in a way that is cheaper and more efficient. This is like, if played well, this is one of the most efficient ways to be a warlock that does magic. This is one of the way to feel the most like a full caster as a warlock.
Yeah, I don't disagree with any of that.
It's
Um,
kind of different. It's just ritual casting, but it's any ritual casting.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it feels like we should be able to go on about this forever, but I mean, it does a thing, and that
And it
thing,
gives you access to a bunch of stuff.
yeah, that thing has a lot of variety beyond that. But as far as the invocation itself, it gives you a bunch of ritual spells
Yeah, I think
potentially.
if we wanted to expand this further, it would be going through all of the possible ritual spell options. I've
Yeah,
already named the ones I would recommend out the gate.
right.
If any of them spark joy, I think you should take them. Um, like I'm quickly perusing the first level options, and there's like Alarm is pretty cute. Animal Messenger is a second level option that isn't good, but it does expand off the beast speech idea. So if you like the idea of being a master of all animal kind of stuff, it's something you can get down the road. Beast Sense is the same thing. If you want to look through animals' eyes for some reason, that's pretty cute. Tick poison disease is pretty awful, but maybe you want to be the poisony
See,
warlock kind of
I
thing.
would, I would even, I mean, even though there's a gold and time cost,
It's
if
money.
I've got this, I just want, I'll spend the money. I want to collect them all.
Yeah. Tanger's floating disc is pretty neat. That's a ritual spell. Uh,
Yeah.
Illusory script, like we've talked about that being a really boring and unremarkable spell, but you're collecting it. It's going in the book because it's only
Yeah.
25 gold for a whole new feature. Like why not? It seems great. Oh, instant summons is the sixth level ritual spell. That's why I didn't think it existed. So like you can take if you can find someone selling instant summons to be copied, you can stick that in your book of shadows as a third level character if you really wanted to. Nothing in the rules, I believe, stops you from doing that. And because it's a ritual spell, you can cast it as a ritual. Don't. It's not even good at third level. But you can do that. Like Tiny Hut's pretty good. You can get Telepathic Bond is a 5th level option that comes down the road. Is pretty cool. Unseen Servant, I love a lot. Unseen Servant is a really easy one to stick in your book. If you take 5 million Unseen Servant, you'll get to feel like you got a billion little guys running around doing all your stuff all the time. It's pretty fun. They have long duration, so that's pretty neat. Eventually, you can add like Water Breathing and Water Walk to this, which are both really high utility. It adds all of this shit, all of it, and you can just, as long as you can find it, you can stick it in the book, and then you have access to these new toys. That's amazing.
All right. Well, that you got a rating for this one?
I think this is actually a 5 out of 5. I think this is one of the best invocations you get access to. It's exceptional. At minimum, it being an access to 5 familiar puts it on that right on top of that list. It then also giving you a whole bunch of other stuff is exceptional. It improves as the game goes on. It works wonders in a whole bunch of different circumstances as far as giving you a robust toolkit. It doesn't care what class. You can just get it from any class. It's great.
I mean, you know how you've seen me get excited about, like, ooh, this one gives you like 2 cantrips.
Yeah. This is a lot more.
This gives you like everything, every ritual spell.
Yep.
So yeah, 5 out of 5 for me too. Got anything else to add?
It's pretty sweet. What are you? Comments below. First 2 ritual spells you take. What are they? And why is one of them always find familiar? So let us know.
All right. Well, that was Book of Ancient Secrets. Thank you, Sam, and thank you everyone for joining us. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, informative, or entertaining, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button below. You needn't smash it. A gentle tap will suffice. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And make sure you check out the links in the description, where you'll find my Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels, Sam's full review of the spell, and other fun things.